Welcome back. President Obama has been criticized recently for his strategy on taking on ISIS, mostly because it's not clear what that strategy is. Listen.
Our objective is clear, and that is to degrade and destroy ISIL so that it's no longer a threat. We can continue to shrink ISIL's sphere of influence to the point where it is a manageable problem.
Huh? What does that mean? Well, if you watch the nightly news, you would have thought he was being very tough on ISIS. Watch this.
Today, the president vowed ISIS will pay the price.
President Obama said today, whatever these murderers think they will achieve, they have already failed.
President Obama today called the beheading of Stephen Sotloff barbaric and said the killers would be brought to justice.
The answer today from both the president and vice president appeared to be clear and unambiguous.
Huh. Did it really appear clear and unambiguous? The media filter, is it getting worse? Jonah Goldberg of National Review Online is here to tell us. Jonah, thanks a lot for coming on this morning.
Hey, Tucker, good to see you.
Great to see you. So, were you surprised by the press reaction to this, or is this what he expected they would do?
I wish I could say I was surprised, but, President Obama has relied upon exactly this phenomenon pretty much for his entire presidency, which is that he says the things that he needs to say to satisfy the mainstream media's desire for a quote, and then the mainstream media recycles that quote as if it's settled the issue. It's not just on things like ISIS. Remember, he came out and he said that Lois Lerner's behavior at the IRS was outrageous. The press dutifully reports that, and then Obama doesn't have to do anything about it, and the issue goes away. Everyone talks about what Obama's objective is and how he had the third time's the charm and how he can't figure out the right words to say, and he finally did. The point is that he's not trying to figure out a strategy. He's trying to figure out the words that he can utter that will make the media leave him alone about this so he doesn't have to talk about it anymore.
Right. So it's really is governing by speech writing, as it has been from day one.
Right. I mean, it's a very strange thing. I don't know anybody else in life who thinks that they have solved a problem by saying something about the problem. Hey, look, there's a fire. Doesn't put out the fire, right? But I mean, that is his entire approach to a presidency. He comes out, gives a press conference about the failed Obamacare website, and goes home as if he's done something.
As if he's
and that's not doing something.
But I thought, and maybe this is meta spin, I thought the press was finally tired of carrying his water.
You get that sense every now and then, and you can certainly point to individual journalists, Jonathan Karl of ABC or Jake Tapper over at CNN, who clearly are willing to sort of call this kind of thing straight and hold him accountable. And certainly Ed Henry and our guys at Fox are great about this kind of thing. But there is still this ability that Obama has to simply rhetorically check a box and make an issue go away in a way that no other president could. I mean, the President Bush, whatever flaws he had, if he made a rhetorical slip-up called, our fight against al-Qaeda a crusade, it became a 6-month issue where people were saying, do you retract that? Was that a mistake? Admit your mistake and all the rest. Obama can say the most ridiculous things, like saying we're just going to manage ISIS as they enslave women across the Middle East. And people say, well, let's give him another try.
Unbelievable. The great Jonah Goldberg joining us from Washington. Thanks a lot, Jonah.
Great to see you, Tucker.
Thanks.